Tomorrow is the first of the month, which means the rent is due for millions of New Yorkers.
Yes, it is. But with the coronavirus pandemic putting many people out of work, they fear they won't be able to pay. Here is CBS 2's Ali Bauman.
It's been really tough.
Daniel Laravieri has been a makeup artist in Manhattan for more than a decade, but for the first time, he does not know how he's going to pay rent come Wednesday, April 1st.
My biggest worry is having enough money to eat.
The freelancer hasn't booked a gig since COVID-19 shut down non-essential business in New York.
I had a small 401k from years ago. I already took out from that. I have nothing left.
Governor Cuomo has issued a 90-day moratorium on evictions for residential and commercial tenants, but little to no plan for what happens after.
We'll deal with that when we get to it. I hear you. There has to be some smoothing.
Tenants are being told that just wait a couple months and then you're going to be evicted.
Ellen Davidson is an attorney with the Legal Aid Society.
Over 60% of households in New York City are renters. And if they turn their back on renters, this city will fall apart.
State Senator Mike Gianaris has proposed a rent freeze for those who lost income because of the pandemic. The state is already waiving mortgage payments for 3 months.
If rents are to be frozen, then we feel operating expenses should be frozen as well.
Vito Signorilli is with the Rent Stabilization Association, which represents 25,000 New York City building owners.
It is, in fact, the rent money that they receive every month that allows them to pay for property taxes, water and sewer bills.
Experts advise tenants who will not be able to make rent should try talking to their landlord sooner rather than later.
Try to work with their landlord, but not to be very surprised if it doesn't work out.
If I think farther than, next week, a month, I really starting to panic.
While New Yorkers are being told to stay home, renters like Laravieri worry they soon won't have a home to stay in. Ali Bauman, CBS 2 News.
Alright, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Rakar Kadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. Salutations to the brothers and a few sisters out there, to the Israelite foreigners. It's from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. In the name of Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's name. His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world can call Jesus Christ. As you can see here in New York City, I saw a news thing on LA. They was doing the same thing, but people was actually getting evicted. All right, and this shows you that this man is a devil that the Bible speaks of. So now they're forcing people to stay home, and the majority of us can't even get no unemployment because you can't even call the unemployment thing because it's too busy. All right, or the site crashed, so you can't get no unemployment to pay off anything. Yet they still want us to pay the rent. They forcing people to stay home, and that they still want people to pay the rent. And you people out there, matter of fact, let me start with this scripture. Micah 2:10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." This can't be your rest. Now, the majority of you people have to worry about paying mortgages, paying rent, okay, just in order to have a roof over your head. And the courts are down, but they could easily still try to kick some people out without using the courts, which is illegal, but who's going to stop them? Everybody's concerned about the coronavirus, all right? It says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So America hasn't been a rest for us, for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, period. This is the land of oppression, man. Okay? This is the land of oppression. This is nothing but oppression. Because they'll go, like we always say, there's only going to be two classes of people after this shit happens. The very rich and the very, very poor, which is going to be the majority of people. Over 3.4 million, now they said there's going to be 4.5 million more this week. Is going to be unemployed. So, the land of the home, the land of the free, home of the brave, or some shit like that. And nobody can afford this. All right, and the $1,200 that's supposed to be given ain't shit. Especially out here in New York, because damn near rent is too goddamn high, man. It's Isaiah 10:1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees." And then here the governor of New York is giving a half-ass answer, but he's not telling landlords like, look, freeze the rent. And the landlords are being pressured for them to do it because the city is still charging them for for renting out the place. All right, renting out the land. See how evil this fucking people are, and it says, "In that right grievousness which ye have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people." And that's our God-given rights to have a roof over our head. But they want to prevent the coronavirus to spread. That's what they say. They want to prevent the coronavirus to spread. But how are you going to do that if you kick people out of their homes? All right? Because nobody can fucking afford to pay $1,500-$1,600 for a fucking one-bedroom apartment. $2,300 for a 3-bedroom apartment, or it's 2-bedroom apartment. All right, yeah, $3,000 for a fucking 3-bedroom apartment here in New York. Sometimes you have to pay a goddamn $1,000 for a fucking room in certain parts of New York. But there ain't no money circulating. So where's the mercy at? All right, where the fucking mercy at? It says that the widow may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. So this is the establishment that's America, right? So-called white man's a devil. That's why it says what it says. It says, Proverbs 29:2, it says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice." The people are not rejoicing at all. But when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. You see here that faggot in that video was saying, like, I don't know what I'm going to do the next 2 weeks. Nobody knows what the hell they're going to do. Nobody's going to know. How the hell are you going to pay your rent? How the hell are you going to pay anything off? Like I stated, and here in New York City, you can't even get your unemployment. Some brothers got through, a lot of us haven't. They just, it's crashed. You have to call or to finish your application for some reason. And you can't do that. All right? Who made up the rules? The so-called white man. Now they don't want to lose money in the economy, but yet the best thing that they could have done was instead of trying to give people a stimulus package, they could have just had people live for free. And they talk shit about Italy and this and that, but Italy is one of those countries where everything that they do pay, they pay for your cost of living. So the citizens don't have nothing to worry about. But yet in the land, the Mecca capital, they're not even considering. You know, he said when we get there, that's where you weren't. Let's show you how wicked they are, man. When they get to that point, we'll try to figure it out. And when you kick a whole bunch of people out in the streets, that's when you're gonna figure it out, right? That's why this man's a goddamn devil, man. No mercy at all coming from this guy. Okay? No mercy. Matter of fact, we just end it with this. James 2. Slakia. It was in my head. Yeah, there it is. I'm going to start at 5, but the point is at 6. James 2:5. It says, "Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and the heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to them that love him?" And the poor of this world is the Israelites, man. Mainly the elect. And now, there ain't going to be no middle class period after this said and done. Okay? Ain't going to be no middle class. It says, "But ye have despised the poor. Do not the rich man oppress you? Enjoy you before the judgment cease?" Hey, don't have to, and that's a true statement. Don't let the rich man oppress us. And that's oppression right there. Okay? To not know what the hell you... Taking away everything. Pressure from above and pressure from below. They want you to do this and that, but you can't afford it. You can't have it. Alright? And then, when shit hits the fan, they want to send you ass to court. The judgment seat. So this is why the so-called white man has to be taken out of power, man. They blasphemy that worthy name by the which you are called. So this is why this man has to be taken down, man. One of the main reasons why he has to be taken down. Okay? Because he don't give a damn about the poor. Ultimately, he's gonna put a microchip on everybody, and you don't have to worry about paying for rent because it's gonna be taken from you. Do something real quick. Lord, one of your brothers edify. This man's still on his bull, still oppressing the people. All right, and that $1,200 is not gonna help nobody. It's gonna help some people to a certain extent, but it's still not gonna help you to the point where you need it to be. All right, shalom to the elected nation. Shalom.